Is this it? Is this all there is to your story? Are you truly content to be a supporting character in a world full of protagonists, a passive audience member in the grand theater of life? I'm not asking about what you say you want, not the carefully curated performance you give to friends and family. I'm asking about the silent scream in your soul, the one that echoes when the lights are off and the excuses are stripped away. That low, persistent hum of unfulfilled potential, the ghost of the person you were meant to become. You feel it, don't you? That gnawing dissatisfaction, that sense that you're operating on a fraction of your power. It's not a flaw, it's a signal. It's the universe's most urgent wake-up call, a divine discontent whispering, there is more, you are more. For too long, we've been sold a comfortable lie, a narrative of easy contentment. The world tells you to find your place, to settle in, to not rock the boat. It praises mediocrity and calls it stability. It offers you a life of quiet desperation and labels it peace. But deep down, you know the truth. You know that the soul craves a different kind of peace, the fierce, earned peace that comes from the relentless pursuit of your highest self, the kind of peace forged in the fire of discipline, not found in the comfortable warmth of complacency. The path to that peace, the path to relentless drive, isn't a single heroic leap. It's a daily pilgrimage. It's a constant, almost obsessive commitment to leveling up. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more of who you already are. It's about shedding the layers of fear, doubt, and external expectation that have suffocated your true power. It's about understanding that the person you will become tomorrow is built by the choices you make today. Think of it like this. The person you are right now is the product of every thought you've ever had, every action you've ever taken, and every belief you've ever held. Your current reality is the sum of your past. If you want a different future, you must change the equation. You must stop waiting for a mythical moment of inspiration and start building your own momentum, one micro action at a time. The legendary sculptor Michelangelo didn't wait for marble to become a masterpiece. He saw the finished form within the stone, and then day by day, chisel strike by chisel strike, he released it. He didn't ask the block of marble, "What do you want to be?" He brought the vision of David to life with relentless, focused action. And that's where it all begins, with your mindset. Your mind is not a passive recipient of information. It's the ultimate creative forge. The thoughts you allow to take root are not harmless whispers. They are the seeds of your future. A negative thought isn't just a fleeting emotion. It's a brick in the wall that separates you from your potential. The person who says, "I can't," has already failed. Their words aren't a description of reality. They are the architects of it. Henry Ford, the man who put the world on wheels, understood this implicitly. He didn't just build cars. He built a belief system. His famous quote, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right," isn't a clever platitude. It's a fundamental law of human achievement. Your internal dialogue is not a commentary on your life. It is the blueprint for it. So, the first act of daily leveling up is to become the ruthless editor of your own mind. You must stand guard at the gate of your consciousness and allow only those thoughts that serve your highest purpose to enter. It's a constant battle, a never-ending war against the insidious whispers of doubt and the seductive comfort of what is known. Every time a thought of, "I'm not good enough," or "it's too hard," or "what if I fail," arises, you have a choice. You can either accept it as fact, allowing it to become another brick in your self-imposed prison, or you can challenge it. You can stand up and declare, "That is not my truth." This isn't a simple act of positive thinking. It's an act of psychological warfare against the forces of mediocrity. It's a choice to be the master of your mind, not its slave. This relentless curation of thought leads directly to the cultivation of belief. What do you truly believe about yourself? Do you believe you are a victim of circumstance or the master of your destiny? Do you believe your potential is a fixed, limited resource or an infinite wellspring waiting to be tapped? Your beliefs are not just mental concepts. They are the operating system of your entire life. They dictate the actions you take, the risks you're willing to embrace, and the challenges you're willing to overcome. If you believe deep in your core that you are capable of achieving greatness, your actions will naturally align with that belief. You will seek out opportunities where others see obstacles. You will persevere through setbacks that would crush someone with a weaker conviction. Think of Thomas Edison. He didn't invent the light bulb on the first try. He failed thousands of times. But his belief wasn't in the success of a single experiment. It was in the inevitability of the outcome. He wasn't seeing failure. He was seeing thousands of ways not to do it. His belief was so unshakable that it turned every no into a step closer to yes. But belief without clarity is a ship without a rudder. You can believe you're meant for greatness, but if you don't know what that greatness looks like, you'll simply drift. This is where the power of vision comes into play. You must not only believe in your destination, but also possess a vivid, almost obsessive mental image of it. What does your leveled up life look like in excruciating detail? What does it feel like to wake up every morning with a sense of purpose? What work are you doing? What impact are you making? What kind of person are you? This isn't a fluffy daydream. It's a strategic act of creation. The human mind cannot pursue a target it cannot see. It's like trying to hit a bullseye with a blindfold on. Napoleon Hill called this the burning desire, a clear, unwavering vision that becomes a singular obsession. He saw it in the titans of his time, in Carnegie, in Ford. These men didn't just stumble into success. They had a clear, almost feverish mental image of the world they wanted to build. Carnegie didn't just want to be rich. He wanted to dominate the steel industry and build libraries across the nation. Ford didn't just want to build cars. He had a vision of a car in every garage, a vision so powerful it drove him through immense financial hardship and constant ridicule. Their visions were so clear, so vivid, that they were a constant source of fuel, a compass pointing them toward their true north. Your challenge, then, is to quiet the noise and begin to paint that picture, not with vague, generic strokes, but with the detailed, vibrant colors of your soul. Sit down with a blank page and ask yourself the hard questions. What would you do if money were no object and failure was impossible? What is the one thing you would fight for, bleed for, and live for? The answer to that question is your purpose. It's the engine of your relentless drive. It's the deep-seated reason why you get up every morning, not when the alarm clock demands it, but when the call of your destiny awakens you. This purpose, this vision must become the bedrock of your existence. It must be so powerful that it makes the daily grind, the inevitable setbacks, and the sleepless nights not just bearable, but meaningful. Without a clear purpose, discipline is a prison. With it, discipline is the key to your freedom. And this brings us to the next and perhaps most crucial element of daily leveling up, discipline. We live in a world that sells us the illusion of instantaneous gratification. It tells us we can have it all right now with minimal effort. This is a cruel deception. The truth is that all meaningful progress, all true success, is built on a foundation of consistent, unglamorous, and often difficult discipline. It's the small, seemingly insignificant choices you make every single day. It's choosing the workout over the snooze button. It's choosing the focused work session over the endless scroll. It's choosing the difficult conversation over the comfortable silence. Discipline is not an act of punishment. It is an act of love. It is the deep, unwavering commitment to your future self. It's the promise you make to the person you are becoming. Every time you show up and do the work, even when you don't feel like it, you are proving to yourself that you are worthy of your own goals. This builds a powerful psychological feedback loop. The more you act with discipline, the more you trust yourself. The more you trust yourself, the more you are willing to push past your perceived limitations. It's how habits are forged. And habits, not heroic acts, are the true building blocks of an extraordinary life. The great pioneers of history weren't just brilliant, they were disciplined. Lincoln, who rose from a log cabin to the presidency, faced a lifetime of failure and personal tragedy, yet he relentlessly pursued his purpose. He was a master of his own mind, a man of profound discipline, who understood that the only way to move forward was to keep moving. He didn't wait for the world to change. He acted with the conviction that he could change it, one deliberate step at a time. The greatness of Lincoln wasn't just his ideals. It was his unwavering daily commitment to them, a testament to the power of relentless discipline. But discipline alone, without a bias for action, is nothing more than a well-intentioned thought. You can have the clearest vision, the most unshakable belief, and the most rigorous discipline, but if you never start, it all remains a theoretical fantasy. The greatest chasm in life is the one between knowing and doing. We are a generation of information hoarders, believing that simply consuming knowledge is the same as applying it. We read the books, watch the documentaries, and listen to the podcasts, but we never take the first step. We mistake consumption for creation. This is the point where the rubber meets the road. All of the internal work, the mindset, the belief, the vision, must be translated into tangible, messy, imperfect action. This is the truth that separates the dreamers from the doers. The doers understand that a perfect plan that never starts is worthless, while an imperfect plan that begins today is 1,000 times more valuable. The first step doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be taken. Think of Walt Disney. He had a vision of a theme park unlike anything the world had ever seen, a place where families could escape into a world of magic. He didn't wait for the perfect moment or for a flawless blueprint. He took action. He faced rejection after rejection from banks and investors, but he kept moving, kept building, kept believing in his vision, and kept taking action. He even sold his personal assets to fund his dream. The magic of Disneyland wasn't an act of instantaneous creation. It was the result of relentless daily action fueled by an unbreakable vision. So, what is your first step? Not the grand monumental leap, but the small tangible action you can take right now in this very moment. Is it making that phone call? Is it writing that first page? Is it signing up for that class? The act of taking a single step, no matter how small, sends a powerful signal to the universe and, more importantly, to your own subconscious mind that you are serious. You are no longer just thinking about it. You are doing it. You are no longer a spectator. You are a participant. This process of taking action is deeply intertwined with another crucial daily practice, gratitude. It may seem counterintuitive. Why should you be grateful when you are relentlessly striving for more? Because gratitude isn't about being content with your current state. It's about being grateful for the opportunity to strive. It's about appreciating the journey, not just the destination. It's about recognizing that every single day you are given is a precious gift, a chance to get a little bit better, to learn a little bit more, to push a little bit harder. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. This isn't about ignoring your ambition. It's about fueling it with a sense of abundance instead of scarcity. The person who levels up daily understands that their drive is not born from a place of desperate need, but from a place of deep appreciation for the chance to pursue their highest potential. When you are grateful for the struggle, the setbacks, and the lessons, they cease to be obstacles and become part of your strength. You are grateful for the opportunity to grow, and this gratitude becomes an endless source of motivation. It's the great paradox. The more you appreciate where you are, the more momentum you build to get to where you want to be. The relentless achievers, from Carnegie to Musk, are not just driven by a hunger for more. They are often deeply appreciative of the journey, the challenge, and the opportunity to make an impact on the world. This gratitude, this sense of purpose beyond themselves, is what sustains them through the long, lonely nights and the immense pressures of their work. But let's be honest. The path of relentless drive is not a straight upward line. It's a jagged, unpredictable landscape filled with unexpected twists and brutal falls. This is where the next pillar of your daily leveling up comes into play: adaptability. The world is in a constant state of flux. The strategies that worked yesterday may not work today. The market, the technology, the entire landscape can shift in an instant. The person who refuses to adapt is the person who is left behind. Think of the old empires, the ones that once dominated the world only to crumble into dust. They failed not because they were weak, but because they were rigid. They clung to old ways, old beliefs, and old technologies while the world around them evolved. On the other hand, the great innovators, the ones who have shaped our modern world, are masters of adaptability. They see every setback not as a dead end, but as a data point. They are willing to tear up their own blueprints, to pivot, to change course, and to learn anew. Elon Musk, a modern-day titan of industry, is a perfect example. He didn't just build one company. He built a portfolio of them, each in a different, highly complex industry. When SpaceX's rockets failed to launch, he didn't give up. He adapted. He studied the failures, changed the design, and tried again. He wasn't emotionally attached to the plan. He was attached to the vision. The vision of making humanity a multiplanetary species was his compass, and he was willing to take any path, no matter how unorthodox, to get there. Adaptability is the superpower that allows you to weather the storms and emerge stronger. It's the ability to bend without breaking, to learn without being bitter, and to change without losing your core identity. And hand in hand with adaptability is resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding the fall. It's about learning to get up faster. It's the inner toughness, the psychological fortitude that allows you to face failure, rejection, and immense pressure and still keep going. We are often taught to fear failure, to avoid it at all costs. But the person who levels up daily understands that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a necessary component of it. Failure is the universe's most brutal and effective teacher. It shows you exactly where your weaknesses lie, where your assumptions were wrong, and where you need to get better. The story of Abraham Lincoln is a testament to this truth. He failed in business, lost multiple elections, and suffered profound personal loss. The history books could have easily remembered him as a perpetual loser, but he didn't see his failures as a final judgment. He saw them as lessons, as a crucible in which his character was forged. Every defeat was a data point, a piece of information he could use to get better, to refine his approach, and to strengthen his resolve. His resilience wasn't an inherent trait. It was a muscle he built through relentless daily struggle. So, when you face a setback, do not retreat into self-pity. Do not allow a single failure to define your entire journey. Instead, see it for what it is, an opportunity to get back up, to dust yourself off, and to re-engage with the fight. Ask yourself not, why did this happen to me? But what is this trying to teach me? Resilience is the daily conscious choice to see adversity not as a curse, but as a crucial part of your training. And this brings us to the final and perhaps most profound element of daily leveling up: a commitment to learning. The moment you believe you know everything is the moment your growth stops. The truly great minds of history were not just doers. They were voracious learners. They understood that the world is in a constant state of evolution, and their own knowledge must evolve with it. From the moment they woke up to the moment they went to sleep, they were in a state of perpetual curiosity. Napoleon Hill spent over 2 decades studying the habits of the most successful people in the world. He didn't invent the principles of success. He uncovered them. He was a student of greatness, a tireless observer, and a lifelong learner. He understood that the greatest asset you can possess is not money or power, but the insatiable desire to understand, to grow, and to improve. The person who levels up daily commits to this principle. They read books that challenge their beliefs. They seek out mentors who are further along the path. They are not afraid to admit they don't know something because they understand that every admission of ignorance is an opportunity for wisdom. They see every conversation as a potential lesson, every mistake as a moment of clarity. This daily commitment to learning is what keeps your mind sharp, your vision fresh, and your drive relentless. It's the intellectual fuel that powers your entire journey of self-mastery. Your relentless drive isn't a gift you are born with. It is a monument you build, day by day, with every disciplined choice, every courageous action, and every moment of profound learning. It is forged in the silent hours of the morning, in the quiet pursuit of your vision, and in the unwavering belief that you are capable of more than you could ever imagine. The question remains, are you willing to build it? Are you willing to embrace the discomfort of growth, the pain of discipline, and the uncertainty of the unknown? Because the alternative is the life you're living now, the one defined by that low, persistent hum of unfulfilled potential, the one where you are a spectator in your own story. The choice is yours. You can either be a prisoner of your past, or you can become the architect of your future. You can settle for being a supporting character, or you can finally step onto the stage and claim your destiny. The world is waiting. The time is now. Level up. This daily commitment to learning is what keeps your mind sharp, your vision fresh, and your drive relentless. But all of these pillars, mindset, belief, vision, discipline, action, gratitude, adaptability, resilience, and learning, are useless if they are not bound together by a deeper, more fundamental principle: integrity. We live in a world that often rewards shortcuts and quick wins, where the promise of immediate success can be a powerful and dangerous siren song. It whispers that you can bend the rules, cut corners, and compromise your values to get ahead. But this is the ultimate trap, the fatal flaw in the pursuit of greatness. Integrity isn't just about being honest with others. It's about being brutally honest with yourself. It's about knowing who you are, what you stand for, and never, under any circumstances, compromising that core identity. The person who builds their success on a foundation of lies, deception, and moral compromise is building on a house of cards. It may stand for a moment, but the slightest gust of wind, the smallest challenge, will bring it all crashing down. True, enduring success is built on the bedrock of character. The wealth, the fame, the power, these are all transient. They can be taken away in an instant. But your integrity, your sense of self-worth, and your character are the only things that no one can ever steal from you. They are the true currency of a meaningful life. Think of the lasting legacies of the great leaders, the ones we still talk about today. Abraham Lincoln's legacy isn't just his presidency. It's his unwavering commitment to a nation divided. It's the integrity of his fight for a more perfect union. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy isn't just his speeches. It's the moral courage and integrity he displayed in the face of brutal opposition. These individuals were not flawless, but they were defined by a profound commitment to their values, to a purpose greater than themselves. Their integrity was the engine of their drive, not an afterthought. It was the why behind their what. Your daily leveling up, therefore, must include a rigorous self-examination. Are you living in alignment with your values? Are your actions consistent with the person you claim to be? Are you willing to walk away from an opportunity that compromises your integrity, even if it promises a quick path to success? This is not a simple question, but the answer to it is the difference between a life of fleeting success and a life of profound, lasting significance. The most powerful thing you can do every single day is to look in the mirror and know that the person looking back at you is someone you can respect. This commitment to integrity leads to the next crucial daily practice: service. The great minds of history were not just driven by personal ambition. They were driven by a desire to serve a greater good. Andrew Carnegie didn't just want to build a steel empire. He wanted to use his wealth to build libraries and institutions of learning that would uplift society. He understood that true success isn't just about what you accumulate, it's about what you contribute. The self-made man in his purest form is not someone who builds a tower for himself, but someone who builds a bridge for others. Your relentless drive, when it is truly powerful and sustainable, must be connected to a purpose that extends beyond your own ego. What problem are you trying to solve? What impact are you trying to make on the world? What value are you bringing to the lives of others? When your drive is fueled by a desire to serve, it becomes unbreakable. It is no longer just about your own success or failure. It is about a mission that is bigger than you are. This connection to a greater purpose provides an endless source of motivation, a reason to get up every single day and do the difficult work even when you feel like giving up. Think of the innovators of our time, the ones who have truly changed the game. Steve Jobs didn't just want to build computers. He wanted to create tools that would empower creative people and change the world. Jeff Bezos didn't just want to build an online bookstore. He had a relentless focus on customer obsession, on making people's lives easier. Their success wasn't just about profit. It was about a profound commitment to service, to delivering value in a way no one else had. The person who levels up daily understands that their greatest legacy will be found not in the size of their bank account, but in the positive impact they have had on the lives of others. And this brings us to a more subtle but equally vital component of daily leveling up: solitude and reflection. In our hyper-connected, always-on world, we are constantly bombarded with information, distractions, and the opinions of others. We are so busy consuming, reacting, and performing for an audience that we rarely, if ever, take the time to sit in silence and listen to our own inner voice. But the greatest ideas, the most profound insights, and the most powerful moments of clarity are often born in solitude. Napoleon Hill didn't just observe the greats. He spent countless hours in solitude, thinking, reflecting, and synthesizing the principles he discovered. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb in a crowded room. He toiled for years in his laboratory, a place of intense focus and deep thought. The relentless drive you are building is an internal engine, and like any engine, it needs quiet moments for maintenance, for tuning, and for calibration. You need to create space in your life, even if it's just 15 minutes a day, to be alone with your thoughts, to reconnect with your vision, and to listen to the whispers of your soul. This practice of solitude allows you to filter out the noise, to discern what is truly important, and to make decisions that are aligned with your authentic self, not with the expectations of others. It's in these moments of quiet reflection that you gain the clarity to make a course correction, the courage to embrace a difficult truth, and the conviction to double down on your purpose. Without this daily practice, you risk becoming a slave to external forces, a ship tossed about by the whims of the world. With it, you become the master of your own destiny, a fortress of inner strength and unwavering focus. This daily commitment to solitude, to reflection, is what ultimately builds the foundation for your most powerful asset, inner peace. This isn't the peace of a life without problems or challenges. That's a childish fantasy. This is the peace that comes from knowing you are on the right path, from living a life of integrity, purpose, and relentless effort. It is the deep, abiding sense of calm that comes from knowing you are doing the work day in and day out to become the person you were meant to be. The relentless drive you are building isn't a stressful, chaotic grind. It is a focused, intentional, and profoundly peaceful journey. The stress comes from a lack of clarity, from a fear of the unknown, from a misalignment between your actions and your values. But when you are living a life of daily leveling up, a life of purpose and integrity, you are not fighting against the world. You are moving with it. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a co-creator of your reality. And in that, there is a profound, unshakable peace. Think of the great martial artists, the masters of their craft. Their movements are not frantic or hurried. They are deliberate, powerful, and deeply centered. Their strength doesn't come from aggression. It comes from a place of inner calm and complete focus. They have spent countless hours, day after day, perfecting their craft, and in that process, they have built a profound inner peace. Your journey is no different. The relentless drive you are cultivating is your martial art, and every single day you show up, you are building the inner peace that will allow you to move through life's challenges with grace, power, and unwavering confidence. But this journey of daily leveling up is not a solitary one. While solitude is crucial for reflection, the final and perhaps most important pillar of this process is connection and collaboration. No one in history, no matter how brilliant or driven, has ever achieved greatness alone. The greatest accomplishments are always the result of a collective effort, a collaboration of minds, a team united by a common purpose. Napoleon Hill understood this implicitly. He didn't just study success in a vacuum. He studied the power of the mastermind, the coordination of knowledge and effort between two or more people who work toward a definite purpose in a spirit of harmony. He saw it in the partnership between Thomas Edison and Henry Ford. He saw it in the collaboration between Carnegie and his lieutenants. These men didn't just build companies. They built teams. They built cultures. They built an environment where people could come together and achieve something far greater than any one of them could have achieved alone. Your relentless drive, therefore, must include a commitment to building your own mastermind. Who are the people in your life who lift you up, who challenge you, and who hold you to a higher standard? Who are the people who share your vision and your purpose? The person who levels up daily understands that they are only as strong as their weakest link, and they are relentlessly intentional about who they allow into their inner circle. They seek out mentors who can guide them, peers who can challenge them, and a team that can support them. They understand that their success is not just about their own efforts, but about the collective energy and wisdom of the people they surround themselves with. This requires a willingness to be vulnerable, to ask for help, and to admit that you don't have all the answers. But it also requires a commitment to being a giver, not just a taker. A true mastermind is not a one-way street. It's a symbiotic relationship where everyone is invested in the success of the whole. When you commit to helping others achieve their goals, you are simultaneously fueling your own. The person who levels up daily understands that a rising tide lifts all boats, and their greatest success will be found not in their own victories, but in the victories of the people they have helped along the way. The journey we have walked together through the mind, the spirit, and the soul is not a destination. It is a way of life. It is the daily, relentless, and unwavering commitment to becoming the person you were always meant to be. This is not about a moment of inspiration. It is about a lifetime of dedication. It is not about a single heroic act. It is about a million small, disciplined choices. It is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming more of yourself. This entire script, this entire philosophy can be distilled into a single profound truth. Your relentless drive is built by those who level up daily. It is built in the quiet moments of reflection, in the difficult choices of integrity, in the messy acts of taking action, and in the profound connections you forge with others. It is a work of art, and you are both the artist and the canvas. So, the question is not whether you have the potential for greatness. That is a given. You do. The question is whether you are willing to do the daily work. Are you willing to embrace the process, the struggle, the setbacks, and the triumphs? Are you willing to choose a life of purpose over a life of comfort? Are you willing to be the hero of your own story? The world is waiting for you. Your legacy is waiting for you. But it will not come to you. You must go to it. You must build it. You must live it. And you must do it one day at a time with a relentless, unwavering, and magnificent drive. The story of your life is not a fixed script. It is a series of blank pages, and the pen is in your hand. What will you write today? What will you build tomorrow? What will be the legacy of your relentless, daily pursuit of your highest self? The time for a new chapter is now.